We've seen Toronto Polar Bears play extremely well in some of their games. Flowrida Goats, according to many people, are favourites. I wouldn't rule out New York Atlantics later in action against, of course, Miami Padel Club. Now, when you look at the players on show here, world-class players, the best you can see. We've seen some legends as well, some former glories in action, likes of Selinga, Cata Tenorio. But now we're looking at players ranked in the top 25, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Triay, because of course it was her first game yesterday. Now I think she'll play much better than she did yesterday. She took a while to get into the game.
Well, yesterday, I mean, has to be said, she just got off a plane as well. So, well, she probably got off the plane on Sunday, but whenever, no, so Monday. So she was probably a wee bit tired, a bit jet lagged. She hopefully had a good night's sleep. But we'll find out.
I'm sure she's in perfect shape.
Unless she's starting with 15 points. Ranked third in the world still. And partners Claudia Fernandez, who played, of course, earlier today.
Claudia Fernandez in action in the morning session, alongside Jensen, winning 6-4, 7-6 for Houston Volts.
Made slightly hard work of it before closing their match out.
And then Garcia and Chothas on their game 7-6, 6-3. And also that win for Arkansas Matrix, 6-4, 6-4. The women's doubles, 6-1, 6-4. The men's doubles.
Well, Arantes, who turns and puts that one straight into the net. What I was just going to say is one of the things we did see from Guinard and Victoria Iglesias, especially Guinard, was a few too many unforced errors. Now, they were able to get away with those in the early pairings, but today they're going to have to cut them right down to a minimum. So I wonder if we'll see them be a little bit more conservative, but has to be said, that's not their nature.
We also saw, Paul, how some players were trying to freeze Victoria Iglesias out of the game. You know, most of the balls were heading towards Maria Guinard, who started maybe poorly one game, then really up to game, was excellent. And if she can just be consistent, she is a world-class player, and I'm sure we'll see a better version of her alongside Iglesias in this really important game.
Because as we saw there, when she does hit it, she can hit it hard and she can hit it very effectively, forcing 30 all.
We've got two big hitters playing together.
Yeah, it's not a normal pairing, is it? Maybe the same with Gemma Triay and Arantes. Gemma's not someone you think of as a big hit, but she does time it really well, gets a lot of power behind the ball.
But when she played alongside Iglesias, because those two players spent a long time playing together, she was maybe the slightly more defensive player. And what you see here are different players playing together, because of course there was this draft system in place at the start of the season where players were selected, and obviously the draft works its way along all the teams before working its way back again to the team with the top seeded draft. And Osoda playing alongside Triay, I think, is an excellent partnership, but so should be Guinard and Iglesias, who actually started together playing on this circuit.
And now play on the Premier Padel Tour. So, golden point. Once again, serves always seem to struggle at the very start of matches, don't they?
We've seen so many breaks, and if not breaks, break points. So many games have gone to that golden point. Remember, there is a deuce called a golden point, and next point wins. So no advantage, deuce, advantage, deuce. I think it makes for a much more exciting game.
And a slightly faster game as well.
Adds a sudden death element to more games than just tie-break.
And there you hear Arantes speaking to Gemma Triay. She's her own social media network, isn't she, basically? Oh, nicely
really well played.
Well placed.
Excellent there by Guinard.
So we start off with a service break, and it's the pair we have down as favourites who have been broken. Good start for Guinard and Victoria Iglesias. There's that winning shot. Really nice placement. Just comes forward there, Aranzazu, just opens up that little gap for Guinard, and she took it really effectively. So it'll be Victoria Iglesias to serve.
Osoro wasn't ready, and she looked away from Iglesias, and Iglesias looked at her off the bounce ball again, and then Osoro looked at Iglesias again and kind of like cheekily smiled as if to say, I mean, there's going to be so much banter between these two players. I mean, like we've said before, between these two, there's no secrets. You know, they've cried together, laughed together, argued. They've done everything. I mean, they were one of the most fun players to watch playing together. When they were good, they were brilliant.
Yeah.
But
could have their odd moments.
So it's great to see these players lining up.
I think a couple of years ago there were so many Aranzazu Osoro matches that went to 3 sets, weren't there? So normally she'd lose one and then kick into gear, and
these two, teamed up together and they played really well together. And then after very little movement, because sometimes people watch this, that was quite wayward, watch this and wonder, why is this player now suddenly playing with somebody else? And it is actually quite common, because players get injured, and of course you want to continue building points, taking part in tournaments, well, maintaining your ranking or even improving. So therefore you basically call up another partner. Nobody signs for life. Call up another partner, and then they say, okay, perfect, I want to play with you. And then that person leaves another person, and it's just basically works its way all the way down the ranking.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah, and then what happens when a player returns from injury?
They have to get somebody else.
And wants to return to their former partner. It's a crazy world, but it also makes it quite exciting. Commentator's nightmare, though.
Yeah, you've got to keep on top of it.
Never quite know who's going to be with who. Oh, no longer together. Okay.
So 30 all.
Atrás está.
Whoa.
Well, that was a wonderful shot. We have a contender for Smash of the Match. Sponsored by
Adidas. Top spin, takes it out. That might go... No, it doesn't. Just stays in.
Now, obviously, you look at the two players at the net in white. You would look to lob, if possible, Osoro, just because of the height difference between the two. Also, Triay is the bigger hitter.
So there you go. 2 breaks to get us going. 1 game all. Aranzazu Osoro to serve. Right down the middle.
Yeah, down the middle, and you can see that slice just getting up off the surface onto the glass and barely bouncing on its way back onto the court.
Right in the middle, down that corridor of uncertainty.
Oh.
I don't think she even moved her feet there, Gemma.
To the ground.
Ooh,
that's well short. Sal. Oh, that's so tight. Got there, avoided the racket bag. That's there by the umpire's chair, but hit the metal, I against the metal pylon?
Yeah.
She hit? Yeah. On the frame of the door.
It is a bit of a minefield going out there, isn't it? If you have to. Thought that went a bit long, but...
So did Osorio.
Lovely shot from Gemma.
Oh, gets it over the fence. You can see that she really stooped into that shot to get over it, flat, down, and get the right bounce to carry it over the far wall.
Which is 4 meters in height.
The side walls are 3 meters, which is why you get that saying in Spanish, por 3 when the ball goes over the sidewall, or por 4 if it goes over the back fence.
40-15.
Good hit there by Iglesias.
Yeah.
Really good hit.
Tries to steer it around Gemma Triay, but can't do so.
Looking at Iglesias, she has some strapping on that left ankle. She wasn't wearing any yesterday. We'll try and find out from the trainer during the next break, or from the physio, if there's an issue there.
I don't remember any slips or anything in the match.
We've seen some players, you know, Claudia Jensen, for example, earlier today. She's probably the worst fault. She was fine straight afterwards.
It just goes a bit long. So 2-1, but basically even Stevens, 1 break each and 1 hold there from Arantzazu Osoro.
Guinart up next to serve. I know physio is working on Iglesias' ankle, so it's probably just precautionary. It might be an old injury, just, you know, something, or even superstition sometimes. You know, you're just used to wearing something. And let's see if we can hear from.
And it's something you need to protect as well, sorry, just because there's today and tomorrow at least for her to play.
Okay, so we're doing well. Okay, we're not quite hitting those deep shots as deep, but keep doing the same, because lo vamos a encontrar. We will get there. It's only a matter of time before we start dominating the points. We're playing well, obviously leading, but keep it up. Just play as you are. Just asking the trainer also when the 2 players are, you know, more in a central position near the net, what is the best shot to play? Do you play the, if you're backcourt, the chiquita? Do you try and play it down to their feet, or the lob? And you just said, play as you're happy.
Marina Guinart to serve.
Okay, so as you say, it's Marina Guinart to serve. 2-1 down, but we're all square in terms of service breaks.
Just held up from the fence, and Osoro could only return it into play. Couldn't really put it where she would have liked, there you see. And that's just really good that Iglesias took the 2 steps forward. If you're behind the, you know, the service line, then you can't capitalise on what Guinart had done earlier with that really good shot into the fence.
Looks for it again.
Nice little shot down the line.
Makes it 15 all. Hey, little mistake there on the volley.
The Viking. That's her nickname. She says she loves that nickname as well. Those blonde locks and those war cries we often hear when she wins and loses a point.
I couldn't quite get that.
30 all.
Does that a lot, that gesture, Gemma Treay, doesn't she, that? Blowing on her fingers.
See it from quite a few tennis players, being ex-tennis. I think it's one of those superstitions. You see quite a few players sometimes. Well played. And that was clever there by Treay.
So once again, forcing a couple of break points.
Some players play around with their skirt or shorts. Some people, you know, spin the wristband. We saw also De La Peña touch the side whenever she was going to receive with a racket. Osoro is the first person on the court and the last person off. Though she changed it around the other day. So we'll see. But she is very superstitious too.
Well played, Gemma Treay unleashes that one 3-1 and a break to the good. And she will now serve. From Mahon in the Balearic Islands on the island of Menorca. Second biggest of the island chain.
When you look at the players from Spain, for example, they're from all over the country. We've seen players from Tenerife, the Canary Islands, from the Balearic Islands, quite a few. Catalunya, Madrid, Sevilla, Murcia, Cartagena. Now, the one place we don't see many players from, Galicia. It does rain a lot. There are indoor courts, but yeah, definitely a lot from Andalusia. I think Sevilla, probably the cuna, as they would say, of Padel, and Cadiz.
But you can play an outdoor course all year round there, you see. Can't play an outdoor course all year round in Galicia.
And as far as a base, the vast majority, not just Spanish, but all players, play out of Madrid or Barcelona. Yeah, it was an incredible shot, but in the end, again, dominating the net was Osoro.
30 love. Just getting a little bit of control now. They can serve this out. It'll be 4-1. Oh dear. Of course, if is the biggest small word that exists.
That's one of those shots that, had it gone in, would have been a nightmare for the opponents. We saw one in the previous match, a little kind of drop shot that was badly hit, and then the ball sprang into life after it bounced, just poof, kicked off and ran away. That had tremendous spin on it. But, out from Treay. Still 30-15 up on her serve.
Well played, Arantzazu.
40-15.
I think we know that Victoria is coming.
40-30.
40-30, still a little bit work to do though.
So Victoria's on her way. Treay sent the ball to Guinart, who had stayed back, but good shot from Medina.
Yeah, you could just see she was going to kill that off.
Perfectly executed by Treay.
So 4-1. So far, so good. They just look as if they're imposing themselves a wee bit more now. Still only one break, though.
Real pressure on Iglesias when she comes out onto this court alongside Guinart to perform, to win their service game. When I'm hitting my lobs, they're bouncing too high. So obviously if they bounce too high and they bounce up off the glass, then you can sometimes leave your opponent an easier shot. than if it's a low bouncing ball. Well, shortly these players will be back on as we continue hearing it from Osoda. And well, let's see if we can corregirlo. Let's see if we can fix that issue with the lobs. They are winning 4 games to 1. Iglesias and Gnart just 1 game. And the pressure on to, well, hold their serve.
Absolutely, you can't go two breaks of serve down against Gemma and Arantzazu.
Ah, that was dropping. You've got to either attack the ball, get under the ball, position yourself much better, or just let it bounce. Take a step back and hit a lob. Better from beginning. Oh, much better. That's what you should have done earlier there. Take a step forward. Well angled into the fence.
And if you watch a lot of paddle, you'll know by now that that metal area is an absolute minefield.
Yeah, you never know. It's a lottery.
And if you don't watch a lot of paddle, you'd know now.
Yes. And we will constantly remind you, and you will see it yourselves, when the ball hits the fence, you can sometimes kick up really high, come out at a really strange angle. It can drop dead. Which is why quite a few players, especially with a backhand cross court, which is probably the most lethal shot onto the fence, use it as a can.
Oh, brilliant.
What a winner.
Anticipated that really well there, Victoria Iglesias. She's already going, isn't she? Has time almost to pick her spot.
And also spins as she's jumping in the air and then hits it into the net for the winner.
Yeah, really well anticipated there.
Good gamble. Aiming for the middle, which wasn't a bad shot, but Triay spotted Victoria's intentions.
Bit wide and a bit wild, and another golden point. But that's something that happens, isn't it? When you're trying, you're finding it hard to break your rival's dam. Sometimes you do tend to look for shots that maybe have a lower percentage.
Yeah, because you feel you need to do something different, and sometimes that patience runs out earlier than it should. Really unorthodox there from Osoda.
And unorthodox that didn't work out. They saved that break point. Arantzazu to serve.
Time.
See how many times she bounces the ball. I was counting yesterday and she bounces it so many times. Well, not too much that time.
Well recovered there by Gnart. No, it's set up invitingly, but be patient. You had Osoda near the net. Triay trying to get to the net. Yeah,
Backhand lob to the...
Chip and charge. Just chip it over the head of Osoda and gain the net.
Ooh, just
That
stays
was just in. Sounded out. It sounded out. That's what I was sort of saying. It was out.
30 love.
Wins the point and looks at the umpire.
You know,
Well,
it's not worth
there's a bit
arguing
of-
the toss if you've
yeah,
won the point.
A bit of tension there as well. Look, there we go. Iglesias saying it was in, 100%. And I was sort of saying, I didn't see it, so I asked.
Focus, 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 Arantzazu.
Mind games between those two former teammates. When I say teammates, I mean teammates as double partners, not playing on the same team at the Pro Padel League.
40 love.
40 love. Didn't affect her on that point.
I think it's affected Victoria more than it has Osoro. It normally does the player who's behind.
Line second serve.
Well, we're saying we don't see many double faults.
No, no. Osoro, never. Thank you. Still never.
Oh,
But that's not the shot really that was needed.
Nope.
But still, in a commanding position in game 7, leading 4-2.
40-30.
Okay. 2 mistakes. Still leading 40-30.
Needs to close this game out. That's a good lob.
Good depth on that occasion. Not enough height. Got lucky there, so I didn't even have to move.
Golden point.
Well played, though. Well played by Guinart to win that. And it gives us a golden point chance to break back.
Got a fair few supporters here. Toronto Polar Bears. They were vocal after that point.
Good effect there from Gemma Triac. Nope. You ain't getting that one.
Flowrida goals.
What we're saying, she doesn't look remarkably powerful, but she is. Well, we're back with you. 5-2 to Gemma Triay and Arantzazu Osoro against Victoria Iglesias and Marina Guinart.
I know we're here to talk about the players, but during that break, the window cleaner was out.
It's great.
And he managed to do the whole end in about a minute. and it's perfect.
And he did it in rhythm to the
Yeah.
music. That was what really impressed me, actually. And
I spent half an hour on a 2-metre by 2-metre window at home, and it would look worse after being there for half an hour.
And then my beloved will say, well, no, have you done it yet? I said, well, I've done it. No, go and do it. Go and do it again. Ooh, just goes long. But we saw in that last game that it's having just that one break advantage is no guarantee, because they were at a break point against before Gemma Triay smashed it out of court.
Just there, that shot we saw from Triay, very tennis-esque. Forehand, whipped over, a bit of topspin. You don't see many tennis shots. It's very different, this racket sport from tennis. Of course, share the point system, one bounce. You know, the ball is similar, not the same. The pressure of the ball is different. The bounce is very different too, of course, the rackets. But some of the shots in tennis are no use here. You know, those topspin, backhand, forehand passing shots are pretty much useless, you know, because they can bounce, hit the glass wall, and then kick up.
Well, you were saying that, well, helped on there by Victoria. One of the big things here, if you have played tennis, is when you play paddle, is you have to learn that sometimes it's better to actually let the ball go past you.
Yeah, I mean, I really struggle. My standard is low, but I know I've spoken to players, and even some players, De La Peña, for example, that have transitioned from tennis into paddle, have said, you know, one of the toughest things, of course, is that spatial awareness, court awareness, but understanding the walls. Like, you think, you know, when the ball goes past you, you feel the need to run towards it. Wait, it's going to come towards you.
That went, sorry, 15-40, so we have 3 set points. Bit of frustration there, not in Marina Guinard. That dies on her, well done. 30-40, but still 2 break points.
Oh, real shame, real shame.
Not a great shot to, not a good way to lose the first set.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give a warm welcome to
I live on a different continent. I'll get his business card and say, look, can you help me out, please? Can you teach me that skill? He does it, like you said, to music, and the style, and, well, look at it. It's perfect again, pristine. Congratulations.
It's the green one that spins that I'm very impressed by.
Great act.
Anyhow, Gemma Triay to get us underway again at the start of the second set. 1-love to her and Arantxa Toro. Pretty dominant so far. Here's Marina Guinart and Victoria Iglesias. She started out by being broken in the first set, didn't she, Gemma, if I think about it?
Really good. Backhand lob, 3 up already in this rally. Well played, as they bossed that point from start to finish.
15-all.
Guinart went and just put her hand on the side of the court. I don't think Winderman would be too happy.
He'll have to work at the other end next time. Oof, mistimed that.
Lost sight of the ball, yeah, dropped. I think she hit it almost waist high.
15-30. Helps that one on away, Marina Guinart.
Oh, lucky there. That volley, well, still won the point though, Guinart, but there's a huge gap to the right of Osorio.
So once again, Gemma Trihay's opening serve under a bit of pressure.
Second serve.
Looking to set up a golden point at the start of this second set. Doesn't want to drop her serve again for a second time in this match.
Oh, that is really unlucky.
That was like in slow motion.
No.
It was like... I tell you what, had Guinart been a bit closer, she could have pulled her back.
And then her answer to just a little pat on the back. Anyhow, golden point. Ooh, after being in the situation they were in.
15-40. Today was really struggling on her serve. And then, well, so unlucky they just couldn't hold back. And then Guinart with a mistake, sending it deep into the back glass. Now we can see some of the men getting ready. I think obviously you need to warm up, stretch off, and it's not just what you see out on court between the matches. They do spend quite a long time stretching off. Now just behind it there's an area for the players just to warm up. But, you know, it could be 20 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour and a half. I mean, who knows? It's 6-2, first set, only just started in this second set. Today holding the serve.
We're back, and it is going to be, let's see who serves first. It's going to be...
We'll serve with new balls.
It's Guinart.
Victoria Iglesias.
No, it isn't. It's Victoria Iglesias. Sold me down the river there, our graphics man.
Let foot serve.
Oof. Once again, that evil bounce off the side of the court.
Just a quick word about this event, Paul. Of course, we've been following it since it started last season, and it has become so much bigger in its second season. Started in April with those 2 excellent events in Miami, with Miami winning that season opener. Los Angeles beat winning event 2. And it just got better as the season drew on. There's a lot more interest, I think, not just in North America, but also in Europe and South America. And then San Diego followed. That was in August. And now here we are in November. Who would have thought, you know, when this started in 2023, the Dougal Greenhouse, Brooklyn, New York, stream in English, in Spanish, worldwide, and the best players in the world.
Well, obviously the people who imagined it are the people behind it, but how...
Huge success.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's the sort we all love. All love, not that she made a mistake. Just the vocal side, the passion she plays with. Never a dull moment. Never
No,
a
I
dull
knew what you were saying.
Moment when Osora's on that court.
She's having to work hard here, Victoria Iglesias. Oh, that was
clever.
just out, yeah.
But it was a clever shot because
yeah.
Iglesias had no idea. She'd stepped towards the centre.
Just didn't quite have enough room to play with. Well played. I recovered.
One game all, second set.
So played from Marina Guinard. Aggressive there.
Now, when you're in the situation that Osora and Triay are, you've taken the first set, it's with serve now. In the second set, you can't think, just like, you know, the opponents, we want a quick game, we want to, you know, be able to rest as soon as possible and focus on the semi-final, because when that happens, you're not focusing on the next point. You kind of think ahead. It's not easy not to think ahead.
Got to focus on closing this out.
So when they say partido a partido or punto a punto, 1 point at a time, 1 game at a time, 1 match at a time. You don't think about your next match before this match has ended. You don't think about the next game before this game has ended. And the same goes for the point, but it's not easy. Trust me. Even, you know, the amateurs, when they're 30 love up, 40 love up, think, okay, I've won this game. And we've seen here, you know, world-class players leading 40 love, 40-15 have ended up losing games in a golden point.
Led for serve. Second serve.
Missed quite a few first serves during this match. The Argentine.
Calm as you like over the top.
Well reached there. Who goes on both players' forehand.
30-15.
Just sends it on, but I don't think there are many players who move better on court than Gemma Triay.
When you look at her, she's not the tallest, not the fastest, but it's, you know, if you look at Patti Yaguno, Kata Tenorio,
That's a good shot.
you know, 39-year-old, 49-year-old, how they read the game. I mean, they read the game better than the rest of the players due to their vast experience, and it's just knowing where to be. I think it's, you know, their Padel IQ is very high.
And once again, that side of the court, absolutely fatal, 40-15. able to save that one.
Game Flowrida goes. 2 games to 1 seconds.
2 games to 1.
Looking at that hit, it's a big one. Got plenty of venom to the eye.
Ya la que me viene ya le clavo el globo. Ahí.
Evidentemente. Dale. Sí, ahí cuando la tenga cómoda la voy a jugar por arriba paralela si querés para que puedas entrar vos ahí o yo acá. Y si no, boluda, lo firme por abajo tampoco pasa nada. O sea, si vamos un poco apretados. Y a mí la combinación que te he dicho antes de entrar con chiquita por el medio también me gusta. Después de tener el globo.
Ahora me viene rápido.
Sí, es más con pared. Cuando vienes con pared, yo creo que ahí podéis.
Sí, pero hay que ver como que pegamos de chiquita. Chao la toca, y da igual con lo que toca, viene y se pega todo otro.
Pero vamos, va.
Yeah, the coach was just saying, okay, Chiquita. Let's play it to the players' feet. Because they're two quite tall players. Normally the taller players struggle with those lower shots. And she went, vale,
Yeah.
we'll try it. We'll give it a try.
Conspiratorial chat there between Osoro and Triay and the coach.
Nice put away. By the way, Victoria's ankle is fine. It's just precautionary.
I thought you were going to tell us Victoria's secret.
Well, that was the fashion show that was held here.
I know, I was trying to think of a way to subtly bring it into the conversation.
Here at the Dougal Greenhouse, which holds the best events across film, music, fashion, and now sport.
Another good rally. Ah, well finished. Anticipated it really well, Aranzazu.
You could have driven a car into that gap. Never dwell on a lost point.
15
Okay, never dwell on 2 lost points.
Just again, really have to dig in to turn this game around.
Look at the players now.
What's a bad miss.
Yeah.
Once again, it's one of those you didn't need to try and finish. Had to just keep the rally going. And once again, 3 break points. Chance to go 3-1 up.
I was about to say the players had switched sides, so all Guinart needed to do was just play it into the middle and get to the net. Because when players play on the sides they're not used to, you can see they look slightly uncomfortable. The player on the backhand side is normally the more attacking of the two.
Flowrida goes. 3 games to 1 seconds.
Well, there is another service break, 3 games to 1. Not sure Guinart needed to go for that one. She was stretching, obviously, because it just hit the end of her racket. I think Victoria might have been able to have an easier shot. As it is, Gemma Triay serving for the 2nd time in this set. Looking to go 4-1 up.
No seconds.
looking good for the Flowrida Goats. Won their first match against Arkansas Matrix 2-0, a clean sweep. Again, winners in their second match. And well, after beating Las Vegas Smash, qualified mathematically for the semi-final, and now taking a big step towards qualifying as group winners.
That one was in from Victoria Iglesias. All of a sudden it's love 30. Are they going to get straight back into this?
Really good return there by Iglesias up against the wall. Sometimes those lobs just allow you to get back into position.
And they are quite tall players, hard to get the ball over at times, as Guinard shows there.
Well, that was here with plenty of. That's a really good shot. So much spin. That's an excellent return there by Guinard. Well, the longest rally of the match so far, Paul. You don't want to lose this one.
Oh, that's really unlucky, but 3 chances to break straight back.
The contra pared. The shot off the wall going too long.
Time. No, second serve.
Second serve. Defending really well in this game, Triay and Guinard.
Excellent. Osorio. Oh.
There's the war cry.
Missed one of those. The last few have been in frustration. That was, I don't know if it was joy, but yeah, definitely a lot happier. Osorio. Still have a lot of work to do there. Knew exactly where her former doubles partner was headed.
Lovely subtle shot there after blasting one in, just dinking it down the other side. Still 2 points to save though.
Again,
Great lob.
with so much backspin, just slows things down. And the good thing is it's hit at a speed that allows both Triay and Osorio to get to the net. And again,
Good responses though from Guinard and Iglesias.
bajo derecha, hit it down right.
And once again, evil
wonderful
shot there.
point.
Golden point.
Wonderful point. Well played, Osorio.
Made in Aranzazu that point. Golden point. Can they come back from 40 love down to take the game? And it's one of those, if they do, you think that's a definitive moment, isn't it?
Wouldn't say it's the final nail in the coffin, but it's going to hurt when you've led, what, love 40. In another game, they led 15-40, and they lost both.
Let's not count our chickens. Still got to win this point. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games to 1. Well, we had big drama in that last game. Gemma Triay and Arantzazu Osoro. Love 40 down. Chance for Victoria Iglesias and Marina Guinart to have pulled it back to 3-2 to cancel out the service break. As it is, it's 4-1 now, so the pressure is very, very much on Victoria Iglesias here as she serves. It's one of these, if she doesn't hold, it's basically as good as over.
Love 15.
Well, Iglesias thought it might have grazed the fence. I was sort of saying, I'm not going to call it. I didn't see it. I hit it. My head was down. When I looked up, the ball went past you. The umpire was waiting. And they're going to play it again.
Call a let, okay.
Oh, what a backhanded return there from Osoro.
A little bit, I think she's a bit miffed, don't you?
Yeah, I think it all started earlier.
Yeah.
And we were saying, try not to dwell on that point when they were debating. I'll say that politely, diplomatically. They were debating.
An
Disagreement, you know, that one that bounced and she thought was out, and it was in, and the point was given at the end of the game.
An exchange of opinions.
Yes, let's leave it at that. And now you can see Osoro, who won that point, obviously, you know, has managed to forget about it. Whereas I still think Iglesias is...
it's got under her skin.
It has. And there as well, after that let call, then losing to Osoro. I wonder if they're going to start having this little constant rally, the two of them.
A lovely little lob.
Oh, it's such a deft touch.
Guinart was looking the wrong way, wasn't she? What was she doing?
But it was, you're looking at Osoro, and it's just the way she angles her shots. I wouldn't say teasing with opponents, but she always seems to be in control of every point.
40 love. She's trying to do it really quickly, Victoria Iglesias. You're watching the way she's bang, 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 take. Just need to take a little breather because a lot of break points they have to save. Well, there's one of them. Well done.
Well returned. I think Osoro left it for Triay here. Let's see. Oh, no. It was good. No, it's 2-2. Yeah, it was right up against the net. Well played. Excellent shot, Iglesias.
Well, Triay and Osoro pulled back 4 break points in the last game.
I really like this doubles team of Osoro, Triay.
And that is a big break. 5-1. They'll be serving now for the match. 1 hour and 5 minutes gone.
It would mean that the Flowrida Goats are still unbeaten. They haven't lost a single match, women's doubles or men's doubles, yet at the Cities Cup during the group stages. Whereas, well, Toronto Polar Bears did drop 1 game to the Arkansas Matrix. This could be game number 2, but I suppose they've got to wake up tomorrow, say, hey, we're in the semi-final. Clean slate. Let's reset and try and book a place in the final. Against who? We'll find out after the final match of the session.
It's either against New York or the Miami Padel Club. Once again, a nice little cushion smash there, fake. Sorry, she says, 15-all. I like Arantxa, so, you know, to commentate, she's great fun to commentate. Can you imagine as a partner, she might...
I think it's worse if you're playing against her.
don't know. You'd either really love her, or after about 6 months, you'd probably want to strangle her.
But she's just brilliant. I think, you know, for people who, you know, want to be entertained, she's an entertainer. She's one of those, you know, players you're paid just to watch. Osoda in action.
Are you entertained?
Oh, Osoda has us entertained, and it looks like she's going to help her team claim another point or win in the opening game of the series. And then next up, it would be the men's doubles, where Dineno and Stupa will be looking to, well, should it end in a victory here, of course, book Flowrida top spot with a maximum 9 points out of a possible 9.
So, 3 match points.
Donde? Where are they?
And obviously there's still a couple of points to play out, but I think Gemma and Osoro have improved today on yesterday's in performance. I think they've looked a better pairing.
Much better showing, much better showing.
They've looked more in control. Still things to iron out, but with a better understanding. And in 1 hour and 8 minutes, they have seen off Marina Guinart and Victoria Iglesias 6-2, 6-1.
Excellent performance. Good to see the players shaking hands at the end. Now, for Toronto Polar Bears, you might get a rematch in the final. You win your semi-final, Flowrida Goats win their semi-final, and we could see a repeat of this final group game in Saturday's final. Both teams are through to the semi-final. On Friday, of course, the Flowrida Goats, unbeaten top of their group, top of the gold group, Group B. Toronto qualify as the second best placed team.
Unless, of course, they win the next 2 matches, in which case they'd win on the head-to-head.
Do you think so? You think it's going to happen?
I don't
Seriously?
think they are going to,
Yeah?
but...
We'll talk about this after seeing Smash of the Match, sponsored by Adidas. Is it? Oh, it's not Osoda. It's going to be Hema Triay.
This is a great one. It just gets the effect, doesn't it?
And also, yeah,
out and
arches are back,
long.
hits the top spin, big kick as it comes off. Watch here. Watch the kick. There. Oh, and the angle as well. That was a really good. That was a really good angle to see the angle of how it came off the glass. So 2-set win. Now looking at this next game, Barona, Coquinieto, Dineno, Stupa, pressure on.
Yep, Coque and Barona
Yeah.
are not the favourites. I'm going to say it's got to be Stupa and Dineno are my favourites. But we know that Coque and Barona can hit that ball really, really hard. It's going to be a little bit of a...
It's going to be a high-tempo game.
2 players who control it, Dineno and
Stupa.
And also Coque, and then Barona, who well is it? Okay, we're off to have a word with Julian. We're just waiting for Julian. He had a problem with his microphone.
Oh, good.
He's with us now.
Well, just checking out that mic. Julian.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a great performance by these 2 amazing players. Gemma, let me know what was the secret and the strategy before going into the match.
Well, good afternoon. I think we played a great match. The strategy, maybe start the match really focus with so clear. We had the strategy so clear, and well, happy with our performance. Happy to win our first match, and now we will try to do our best to win the other one.
Arantxa, excellent performance. You play flawlessly, very few unforced errors. How did you feel on the court?
Bueno, la verdad que muy contentas por darle este punto a los Florida Goats. Sí, la verdad que entramos muy concentradas, creo que jugamos muy bien las dos, seguimos la estrategia al pie de la letra y bueno, muy contentas de ganar este partido, que era un partido muy difícil, son dos jugadoras muy luchadoras, así que vamos a ver qué tal los chicos, vamos a alentarlos un poquito a ver qué tal.
Walking to the court, looking for a perfect matchup here. I mean, we played flawlessly, and the outcome was what we were looking for. And now we're waiting for the boys to come out with the victory. And happy to give this point to the Flowrida Goats. Let's put our hands together, baby. Let's go Florida Goats. Let's do it.
Hoy salió mejor, ¿eh?
Arantxa just there says,
so comical.
Today the salute, let's go, Flo. Worked a lot better than yesterday. Anyhow, here are the highlights of that win for Gemma Triay and Arantxa Osorio.
There are a few points in that game where you think, could Iglesias and Guinart just break, because there were two key games when they were leading 15-40 and love 40. They weren't serving, and they lost both on a golden point. Now, those golden points, when they go against you, I think the manner of those golden points, they were dwelling on the fact they were love 40 up.
Like when that, especially in that last set, when it
was neck and neck. It was neck and neck, and then the class of Osorio and today just proving too good, too strong. And here, look how lucky that was. They lost this point, and then the following point. This is one of the games. They were leading love 40.
That would have been the game gone the other way. Showing full range of shots, Gemma Triay. And there was the winner. So new partnership for this looks to be working. 35 points for the Bears for Guinart and Iglesias, 55 for Osorio and Triay. It was, in the end, pretty convincing. 61% of the shots. Won 3 golden points, but they were big ones. Big golden points to hold serve and also to break. And they had a run of 7 consecutive points, helped take them clear. So we'll be just having a short break, and we'll be back.